Fellow Kenyan, I'm going to be very, very factual. I know some people say I'm sounding petty, others will say I'm just saying nothing. But all in all, it's you who got the vote and who is going to determine the future of this country. When you went to queue in the last general election to vote, you did it out of your own volition. No one forced you. You did your best. Perhaps you didn't get what you wanted, but there are those who got what they wanted. I know people say I'm petty, but I'm going to be very, very factual. I'm not going to mince any words here. I'm going to be very point blank and tell you, dear Kenyan, the future of this country belongs to you. The future of this country depends on how you're going to cast your vote. And the future of this country is solely in your hands. It's going to be your heart and your soul and your mind that is going to determine where this country is headed. In a couple of months, perhaps less than 14 months, you will go to the ballot. You'll be given ballot papers to vote for whomever you want. That is your choice. Just as it is my choice. I know whom I'm going to vote for to be the president of Kenya. You too know whom you're going to vote for to become the president of Kenya. You've got your voter's card? Tick. That is your spear. As the Congolese will say, Lukwingo Limboka, the spear of the nation. That voter's card is the spear of this nation. It's gonna change the way things are done in this country. Let me tell you something, fellow Kenyan. Have you noticed what Jubilee leaders are trying to do today? The president, the deputy president, and other politicians within the rank and file of Jubilee? They have stopped concentrating on their regions. They have started invading core regions because they know the tyranny of numbers was just a myth that helped them do what they did in 2013, rigging election. They confused the people's minds. They made other communities know that it's only two communities that have the majority of voters in this country. No, that was a fallacy. It was a lie. Fellow Kenyan, take for instance Western. The last census shows that Western Province, the Greater Western Province, has about 5.9 million people. Luo Nyanza has 4.92 million people, just like the Kalenjin nation. Kikuyu nation has about 6.6 million people. Ukambani has about 2.5 million people. So is Meru. Turkana also has a good population of people, same to Northeastern. If you put all this together, you'll find that cord regions, where we have the 24 governors, we've got about 22.7 million people or thereabout. If you put the Jubilee regions, where they say they've got the tyrant of numbers, the Kikuyus and the Kalenjins, they've got about 13.75 million people. Surely, who has the numbers here? Who has the numbers here? We just have to do it right. Fellow Kenyans, this is from my heart. I know the future of this country depends on us. We want Kenya to be a big country, to be a role model to other countries around us. We want to regain our lost glory as a country. We want to bury corruption. We want to bury ethnicity. We want to bury tribal appointments in government positions, key government positions. Can you imagine Senator Kipchumba Murkomen calling all Marakwet professionals together and starts whining and saying how their community is targeted in terms of employment and appointments? Honestly, I believe he's lying. Senator Murkomen knows very well he's one of the leading lights of Jubilee, spokespersons of Jubilee. Whatever he says out there is perceived to be from the president or the deputy president. But for heaven's sake, Senator Murkomen going out there to start complaining and giving ultimatums to Jubilee government, which he belongs and which he religiously defends, they're playing with our minds. Fellow Kenyans, we need to change the way we do things in our country. Kenya belongs to all of us. Kenya belongs to you. Kenya belongs to me. Kenya belongs to our children. We want to make this country a better place to be. We want to make this country a place that everyone will envy out there. People in other countries will always be looking forward to visiting Kenya if we use our ballot very well. We need to use our voters card in the way that it's supposed to be used. Don't allow a politician to buy your vote. Don't allow a politician to buy your ID. Don't allow a politician to lie to you. Please use your mind. God gave you a brain to think, not a brain to be brainwashed. Please, fellow Kenyan, tyrant of numbers does not exist anymore. That's why you'll see the deputy president going to Western saying Tumejipanga. What does Tumejipanga mean? Perhaps they're preparing ground for rigging. Wakenya mujipange wenyewe. Musikubali kupangwa. Tafadhali. Thank you.